Hello, hello everyone. It's a very first episode of the BetterFuture Talks, I'm really excited that we will announce we will just talk about the Central Asia and Kakash ecosystem startups and the investment area. And thanks for attending. And also we are today with the Yasa. Yasa is, I guess, the best and the successful angel investor from the region in Kazakhstan. Hello, Yasan. How are you? How is it going? Everything's well?
Hi, Yagis. Yeah, everything is good. Thank you. How are you? Thanks for
Really
having me.
Thank you. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, we are a little bit, just a newbie in this podcast ecosystem and this podcast thing, but we have faced some technical issues. But now we have 2 minutes after we are here. Thank you, Yasan. I'm gonna just a little bit talk about first our presence in Central Asia. Then I will get back to you and ask some questions about your experience in investing in startups as an angel in Kazakhstan and generally in the ecosystem, Central Asia and Caucasus ecosystem. As a Domino Ventures, we are a Netherlands-based venture capital firm that invests in early and seed stage startups. We have already invested 18 startups at seed and early stage. As a Domino Ventures, just maybe 9 years ago, we have decided to invest in Central Asia and Caucasus, and we dig into ecosystem. We have made already 2 investments, and I guess more investments will come from Central Asia and Caucasus in the region. I guess thanks to the ecosystem and the too much friends we had in just 9 months. Yasan was the one of them. Yasan, please, would you just explain yourself and a little bit about yourself? Can you give us intro?
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Yagis. My name is Yelzhan. I'm from Almaty, Kazakhstan. I'm in venture capital and angel investment for the last 4 years. I started in 2020. My background comes from traditional business related to real estate, but I've been investing in various asset classes for more than 10 years now. And I learned asset class venture capital as an asset class in 2020 and started investing in many startups around the world. I mainly co-invest with various communities, funds. Uh, in those 4 years, I gathered a portfolio of 90 startups, have 6 exits, 10 failures so far. And recently, me and my partner Murat Abdrahmanov, we opened our own Angels Club and Syndicate in Kazakhstan, where we invest in deals around the world and with the founders from our region. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
But even yes, and even VCs can't invest like it's too much. 19 investments is like crazy. Like it's a pretty good number. First of all, congrats on that. I will ask you about the first in the Kazakhstan region. In 2023, the Kazakhstan startup ecosystem is like continuously grow, and with investments surpassing like $100 million, and the country is climbing the stairs to be the global hub in the tech area. So, however, despite these advancements, but entrepreneurs still face challenges in terms of accessing global markets and scaling their business. And it's some emerging market problem. Also, accessing to money is pretty low. So, from your perspective, how has the startup ecosystem in Kazakhstan evolved in recent years? And what are the key challenges that entrepreneurs in Kazakhstan and the broader Central Asia region today?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think Kazakhstan startup and the VC ecosystem has changed, and it is changing very rapidly and developing very rapidly with help of various government initiatives, with private startup ecosystem players. Um, we have more and more talented founders coming up. Like say 5 years ago, we had maybe hundreds of good startups, and in like a short period of time, we have thousands of startups every year. And that stats you told about 100 million raised, it's only the amount that has been recorded, but that figure must be much higher with with the deals that we cannot see. So with the rapid growth and development in the startup ecosystem, I think the main challenge for our region as a whole is that our economy is emerging, as you said, and our population is not that high, and it's very difficult to grow very big company. Like in order to grow, say like Series A, Series B plus company, you have to work outside of our region, maybe in the whole Eurasian, Central Asian, and Caucasus region. And when startups growing from the pre-seed, seed, Series A plus stage, I think we have a lack of funding. We don't have VC funds that invest at that stage, at the growth stage. Like I would say at pre-seed and seed stages, it's okay. We have like angels, we have accelerators, we have early VCs, but we don't have mature VCs that can invest bigger checks. I think that's the main challenge in terms of funding from the VC side. And in terms of like operational growth of the startup, it's really hard to scale to higher valuations on only operating inside our market. So I'd say that two main things
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
challenging.
Yeah, yes, and I guess when someone asks me about the one obstacle about the emerging markets, I can say just firstly and the very first, I can say to just really reach the money to surpass to the money. But I mean. It's really good point because I always say that at the seed and early stage to the startups. So your in emerging markets, your local investors are great. We have to be in that area, but mostly investors are at the seed and early stage area. So but we need that private equities, we need that maybe VCs that give that startups 1 million, 2 million, maybe at the one check, just 5 million US dollar check, but it's really low in the market. So that's why they have to be global. That's why they have to be global. We always say that because when they want to raise money from the emerging just outside from the emerging markets, they have to go to global markets and developed markets. We always tell our startups to do that because the money is really limited, and any investors in the region is always at the seed and early stage area. But we need more capital at the Series A for the Series A, Series B, or bridge rounds. So. Yes, Kazakhstan is increasingly recognized as an emerging market and attracting attention with its growing startup ecosystem and opportunities. But it's in such a developing market, being an angel investor comes with its unique set of a challenge and rewards. So, from your experience, how would you describe the role of an angel investor in the emerging markets like Kazakhstan? So, and what are some key differences compared to more mature markets? Because I know that you are anyways, you are first of all maybe an angel in the region. So I want to ask you how being angel is how is the being angel in Kazakhstan?
Okay. Uh, as you said, as I said previously, like VC startup ecosystem is relatively new in our country, in our region, and it comes with its own like pros and cons, I would say, right? The main challenges from the founder side, I would say, what I see, but it's shifting now. That the mindset of the founders is that they are doing project and want to do it within inside of Kazakhstan, and maybe later go abroad. But in the whole world, do, startups are like starting with the global competitive product, and even like pitch decks. Everyone is doing pitch decks in English by default, but some of our founders still doing like in our languages. So, but it is shifting. Like the founders that we see now, they're clearly see their like roadmap, and this roadmap goes beyond Kazakhstan. Because if you don't have ambitions to go outside of Kazakhstan, you can't build a big company. You can build a VC backed company. So that's the main, like I would say, it's a mindset mindset that our founders have, but it's like shifting now and it's better. Second one related to that, I would say, like several years ago, many founders were doing like copycat projects, like what they was working abroad, bring here and develop that. But now they also understand that it's maybe not the best option. It's better to build straight the product that will be competitive in the whole world. Uh, that's related to founders, and in terms of investors, what I see, like beginner angels, new angels, they always tend to get more share out of a cap table when they invest, and they used to investment in traditional projects where you get like 50%, 60%, but in VC it doesn't work this way. So we always educate new investors why, like, you give only 10% at seed stage, and the value of the startup is very high. Like those two, like understanding, I would say, from founders and investors.
Super, super. Yes, yeah. I agree. I totally agree with you. Um, my next question is, I mean, having invested in over 19 startups, it's really good number. So you have gained deep insights and the valuable lessons from that investment. So what have you been the most significant learnings throughout your investment journey, and how was your approach to evaluating startups evolved since you began, and what major changes have you observed in the startup ecosystem over the years? Because I really know that you're really good investor, and we have talked with the other startups in the region. They always told your name to us, and you're really helpful. I know them also. Your partner Murad Abdrakmanov. So can you just explain, please, what is your learnings from that 90 startups?
Uh, I would say, like, first, like VC and angel investment, it's a game of stats at one side, and really like qualitative insights and finding a great founder and project. In terms of stats, I would say it's about building and managing your portfolio. Like you can't invest in small numbers of startups with a higher ticket size. Like you have to invest like at least in 10, or we say more than 20 startups to catch one that will give you like your 100x, or like any other high number. So the first insights is from portfolio point of view, I'd say, like uh, be decisive on your ticket size and at the stages you invest in, and keep the same ticket size among the whole your portfolio at that stage, because you never know which startup is going to be successful. Like underdog startup can be more successful. You invest in 7-10 years, for 7-10 years, so nobody knows who will succeed, and
Yeah.
only like invest with the same ticket size, because like I have investments like in one startup 10K, which brought me like say 10x, and I had investment of 100K in another one, which is failed, and the one that was successful only covers me one other. But if I had the same check, it would cover like 10 startups for me. So first would be this. Second, in terms of like investment in our region, I would say it's very you have like first mover advantage, because you don't have competition among the investors.
Yeah.
There are not many investors, so if you are in the field, you will see all the best deals, all the best founders, and have an opportunity to get in. Whereas, say, in developed markets, there is a big competition among investors to get in, to get in a good deal, or in a good to invest in a good founder team. So, and we have that, let's say, first mover advantage, and if you invest early, you get like your first alpha when they go outside and raise other rounds. You can get like good valuation, and valuation in terms of valuations, say in developed Western markets, like pre-seed companies could raise at the valuation of 10 mil or more even, right? But in Kazakhstan it's like 2 times or 3 times lower because of the cost of the life, like it's cheaper. So the team needs less money to develop their MVP, to improve their product market fit. So that's why you have a bit lower valuations, and that's like a geographical arbitrage, I would say.
Yeah.
So that would be inside like investing in Central Asia and Caucasus region. So yeah, that's what comes to mind now. Like,
Yeah. I wonder, do you have any generic word or generic something when you invest? Okay, just you invested and you sent the money. Okay, just just after 1 day, 2 day, doesn't matter. That day you send the money. So, do you tell something to the founder, or just do you have a generic act? Doesn't matter, or word or act. Do you do something after invest? So, what do you do after investment? So generally, I mean, like I'm not asking the support or anything. I will ask, but not now. I'm not asking the support. I'm asking to think like word or any acts after investment you do.
I think you do like, as you say, words and acts even before the investment, and then continue doing it after that. What founders seek in angels, it's not only money. They
Yeah.
want something else. They want you to help with the network, with the international network, maybe introduce to international investors like yourself. Like we do introduce Kazakh startups to you. They want intros and guidance into to the potential clients, to potential experts in their fields, so they can help maybe develop their product, make it better. They want like investors, usually they know a lot of projects, they know a lot of business models, and they can see like with their experience what will work and what would not work, and advice. So they won't spend time like doing something that's already been proven that is not working. uh, and like at at early stage, pre-seed, pre-MVP, like there is a lot of work. After MVP, there is also work, but other kind of work.
Hmm.
So investors, like early investors, angel investors, they're like quite involved, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I see.
they never get into operational work, only strategic advisement.
Super. I see. I see. Also, from my opinion, in developed markets, yeah, also VC helps, but sometimes they consider to not to help because they invest. They have a bunch of money and they invest, and they think that okay, the founder has to do something, so I am an investor. But this is the perspective. But in emerging markets, you can't be the perspective of not helping, from my opinion. From my opinion. If you're an investor, VC, angel, incubator, accelerator, doesn't matter. Whatever you are, you do something in these emerging markets as a startup ecosystem. So you have to be helpful. Even you invest in the same amount, doesn't matter if like developed market VCs, doesn't matter. So in emerging markets, I guess the the founders are mostly first time founder. They know how to grow. They know how to develop their product. They know something. They know. But to raise money from global markets and maybe they haven't managed any money in their life yet. So that's why the VC and the ecosystem should help the founder. I guess from my opinion, also in emerging markets, it's the key and the gold point. So as a Kazakhstan startup ecosystem, this is evolving. We have talked it. It's evolving and growing. So what do you see about the future? Because from your perspective as an experienced investor, what trends you see shaping the sector in the coming years, and what is your insights about the future in Kazakhstan startup ecosystem?
Uh, hmm, Kazakhstan like is rapidly developing economy. It's a young population country. In Kazakhstan, like very high digital literacy, if you could tell that, like fintech, govtech is very developed in Kazakhstan, maybe among top in the world. Like we don't carry cash. We pay online. We pay via like fintech products. We have very developed GovTech. We don't go to governmental institutions for some papers. Don't stand in the queues. Like you can even sell your car without going anywhere through the app, or buy or sell even the property or have a mortgage. So I think people already using it on daily basis, and it, uh, it's obviously like a good starting point for various fintech products, various say health tech, I would say also, and I think what Kazakhstan could be great at is because of our land and geographical position is agriculture technologies and logistic technologies. I think that those sectors could like rapidly develop and developing in our countries. We also have like very good fundamental school education of maths and physics. We have a lot of young people participating at programming contests. Even like ICPC World Final took place in Kazakhstan this year. So we have very strong, let's say, engineers, data scientists. IT, we have like founder material, I would say, especially technical founder material. So yeah, that's what comes to my mind.
Super. I guess the first city that I have been in the region was Astana. We have talked this before. It's like Ankara. Then I have been in Almaty, and Almaty is my best city, by the way. I love Almaty very well. It's like really similar to Istanbul. So when I faced the first time, I always told that in any panel and sections when I come to Central Asia, I always tell that really I wasn't expecting that much of the vision, because in the founders they know the product very well, they know how to grow their product very well. I guess their technical level of the startup and the product level is perfect. Their English are perfect. They wanna all grow global. They just don't want to sell their product local. They just want to go global. So really, I wasn't expecting that much perfect mindsets. Really, I love this Central Asian and also Kazakh founders. They are fully technical, and they are fully speak English very well. You have been a part of both successful exit and the startup failures. So can you talk about a little bit about the particular exit that stands out to you, and what made it successful? So please, would you just explain one successful exit, and the other side? Please just most please tell us most important lesson you have learned from the failure, a startup that didn't succeed. I mean, yeah, please share your insight with us.
Okay, so I had six exits so far and 10 failures. And so far, those exits were not from Central Asian region. I invest globally, not only in Central Asia.
Mhm.
So those like I would say first and like uh, most like interesting exit. It was from an American company. It was acquired by 3D Systems, public company. Uh, the founder is a deep tech project. The founder is a scientist. He created the technology to do 3D printing of health organs. So we gathered into syndicate and supported at the seed stage, even pre-seed stage, and within 1 year, it was acquired by 3D Systems. 3D Systems is traditional 3D, 3D machinery printing company. So they saw maybe a potential in that technology, and acquired that startup very early. And like I can tell you the like terms of the acquisition because it's public. If you go on their public website, the system you can see the company is called Volumetric, and they purchased it at 4x from what we invested in 1 year, with the option that they we could get 32 more x if the founder uh, makes the KPIs and continues developing that technology, and if everything goes well. So we invested at the valuation 12.5 million or something. So they acquired at valuation 40 something, and it can go up to 450 if he meets the KPIs. The other exit I had is a company from Belarus that was before the war. They were doing AI technology, AI enhancement of the video, like you have those masks at Snapchat, similar to that, but you upload the video and you can use virus effects on that. The company was acquired by Pinterest, but I cannot disclose the conditions of the acquisition. The other exit I had is also in deep tech, the company called High Point. They are developing hydrogen and hydrogen-based engines for aircraft carriers, for aircrafts, and it was acquired by its client, the company called Zero Avia. Zero Avia is a private company, big company, pre-IPO company that is developing hydrogen plants. They want to be like Airbus and Boeing, but in hydrogen. So, and a few others.
Super.
But not Kazakhstan or Central Asia. Yet.
Hopefully it will be.
Yeah.
That's why we work.
Yeah, but because in those cases, like I was not lucky. It's like you never know. But they were seed stage companies and were acquired at seed stage. It doesn't usually happen. Usually companies get acquired at later stages.
Yeah. Super. Lastly, I will ask a bunch of two more questions, but lastly, I will tell that, like generally, what do you advise for the ecosystem to everyone, to government, to SLA, to startup, to angels, to VC? So, what is your generally advice to the Central Asia and Caucasus ecosystem for to grow and for to be successful? What do you see?
There are like many things, and I think most of like let's say like a roadmap or playbook how to start a startup or how to do VC, it's already laid down, it's already structured. I think for founders I would say like go do your homework, learn the VC terminology, the way of building like VC backed companies, and of course, when we started our conversation with the mindset, have mindset only to do global companies, global first, not local.
That's
global competitive, and be like professional and industry expert in your niche, and know the what you can solve, and that solution should be competitive not only at the scale of our region but global region. So, but I don't know. These are very common advices that would work maybe for any region, but especially for us. Like there is like if you have idea and you have brilliant background, brilliant mind, like expertise and skills, you can raise pre-seed money, you can raise seed money from local investors, and you can like get going. And even what we now see, like a lot of founders from our region, from our country, go apply for international top accelerators. Yeah, and they get accepted. I think accelerator is very good place to be. Like in 3 months, you can learn all the VC business and have like network and intro, like very quick way to entering this industry. Whereas like if you don't go to accelerator, maybe 2-3 years would
Yeah.
take you to get the same amount of knowledge and experience.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, ecosystem has personas, so maybe 5-6 personas. But in emerging markets, also we are really beginning, and at the beginning stage of that startup ecosystem growth. But that personas has to do their duties very well. I guess every persona has their own duty, but for beginning and then for emerging markets, yeah, we know the founders has to sell their product global. Accelerators just please teach founders something and to teach founders how to be global or create their product. So for government side, I guess to support the ecosystem is pretty important. So the government has to create funds of funds, maybe support the angels. Also, the government has to support the startups, maybe about tax, about to provide the infrastructure and to provide economic reliable and economic stabilization for the startups. So also that's pretty important for government side. For investor side, yeah, we have to invest more, but also we have to bring traditional money to tech money because we know that in Kazakhstan, in different areas in the Central Asia, also in Turkey, the traditional market investments are really high, but not all of them. We don't want, as a tech guy or as a startup VC guy, we don't want all of traditional money. So this is the sector supports each other. But maybe 5% or maybe maximally maybe 10% of the traditional money should come to tech side. So also as a VCs, maybe we play that duty. Also Angel, so I know that your family is doing different business, maybe your friends doing different business, but you're in tech area. Also, maybe it is just your responsibility to just bring and attract that money to the tech side, for my opinion.
yeah, what you're saying, it's all true, takes place. Like we can see that all the like governments in our region, they are already like applying laws
Yeah,
and
yeah,
have initiatives of
yeah,
like developing the and creating possibilities for traditional big companies to invest in venture capital, and even like supporting like new GPs, new funds of funds, etc., etc. Like all governments all over the world are doing that. They want to attract talent, right? So startups and VC, like it's all around talented people, and talented people like can go all over the world, and the governments competing for that talent.
Mhm.
So what we see, like we have Astana International Financial Center.
Mhm.
We have separate English law. We have tax free
Yeah,
like conditions.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a very good like place, very good conditions for startups and talent from all over region come here and register and work in our country. Uh, and yeah, like it's very hard to compete, but on the regional level, I think that's the where the future, and that's where you can have like really economy with the high value added products and services.
Yeah. Yes, and can you share us one movie and the one book for audience and the whom people watch us after maybe this final section? So just give us your one best movie and then one best book, please.
Best movie is
Yeah, best movie and best book.
uh, I don't know. I don't have like
Right.
a
It's
best
hard
best
question.
best.
Right. It's hard
Uh,
question.
like among I haven't recently seen many movies. I'm more into TV series. I
Uh-huh.
recently watched Succession. Really
Ah, yeah,
liked
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I think brilliantly like brilliant TV series, very interesting, and In terms of movies, I don't know. My favorite movie, I think, is Gladiator, and the second part is coming out soon, so I'm waiting for that.
Super.
I liked June, yeah, but it's pretty much like everyone likes it, so nothing special. Yeah, in terms of books, I do read books, business books related to venture capital, but I would say like what I like and what comes to mind. I think it's auto or biography books about famous people. I really liked Shoe Dog. It's a founder of Nike, Phil Knight. I liked. Forgot the name is comedian Trevor Noah from South Africa about his childhood and how he grew up, about his life, like very inspiring story. Yes, so I like autobiography books.
Super. Also, I know that I guess you're sailing. So when will you come to Turkey? So I guess 1 week after you'll be in Turkey. Like, true?
We are coming to Turkey this Saturday.
Yeah,
So
this
for
Saturday. Super.
12th of October, we're coming to Göcek. So this regatta is organized by Murat Abdurrahmanov and
Yes.
our Angels Club, MA7 Angels Club.
Super.
So we're coming like 50 people from Kazakhstan and other Central Asian countries,
Guys, if you want to
startups,
raise
VC
money,
investors.
just swim to their boats. Murat Abdurrahmanov and Yasan will be in the. Where? Which area will you be in Turkey?
We will be 7 days on the boat and swimming around Göcek area. So
Göcek, yeah.
visiting
Especially.
every day different location
Super.
and maybe coming out of the boat, having dinner or lunch, and then return back to the boat, and next day moving to another
So yeah,
location.
guys, the founders has to, the founders just want to raise money from the Yasan. Please go to Göcek and find him then.
You guys should join us for the
Yeah,
next
please.
regatta
Yeah.
that we will be
Yes,
doing.
that would be lovely. Next week, I'm gonna be in Astana. You're coming to my country. I am coming to your country, man. Next week,
Yeah,
I'll be in Astana.
cool. Last time we met in Tashkent.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Uzbekistan, yeah.
Super. So yeah, thank you, really, thank you, Yasan. It's already first podcast. If we make mistake, I get sorry to everyone, but we tried. It's our first, and I guess we did very well. And also question side, yeah, we will have just maybe 5 minutes questions from the chat, and it's live on LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time. Maybe we can have some questions. I guess I see one question. With technology rapidly advancing, how do you think AI and the other emerging technologies will influence the venture capital and startup landscape in Central Asia? It's a question from Zainab.
So a question for me, right?
Yeah. For us, doesn't matter, but your
Okay.
guest of first you, please.
AI, big topic. It's already influencing all industries and will, of course, influence VC industry. It's already influencing VC industry. There are already like a lot of AI tools that help investors to evaluate startups, to find prospective founders, to do due diligence, to automatically score pitch decks, etc., etc. There are lots of technologies that are already helping for VCs. But what can I say? Like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, we were saying that every company will be IT company. Now we can clearly say that every company will have like AI component and will be AI company, right? So this very big industry influencing everything. Well, what we see, like big companies already had a lot of cost saving because of AI. Like a few weeks ago, Klarna said that they like saved 11% or something on their costs implementing AI, and that cases are going only to grow. So like AI is a big thing.
After AI getting fancy, I told every my VC friends that you should do your technical DD very well than the past. So after AI is surpassing the ecosystem, so everybody is AI startup. So I always telling my friends to please make your technical DD very well. I mean, it's yeah. The AI is coming with its disadvantage and advantages, but for the startup ecosystem, we see too much advantage. And as Yelzhan said that every company will be the tech company next year, so AI is the playing key role. But AI is not the new, so it's 10 years in our life, but I guess OpenAI has changed our life. So AI was like maybe 10 years, 15 years, maybe more than that in our life in the VC side. But as I see, it's like not new, but some technologies has changed our life. But in emerging markets, I agree that every country has to find its own sector. So that's pretty important. For example, in Turkey, after gaming exits, gaming is booming, and a SaaS startup is booming. Also, fintech is booming. But for each country, I always say the founders and the government and our VC friends, every country have to create its own sectors for startup area. For example, some countries is really good at cybersecurity. Some countries in Asia and in Central Asia is fintech is really going really well. So, yeah, I believe that in emerging markets, the countries will create their own sectors for the startups. So, last questions. We have second question, and what are the sectors or industries in Central Asia that you believe are currently underfunded? Good question, but have immense potential for the growth. Yeah. Yes, and what do you think? Which sector is underfunded in now in the area? I don't think it's unfunded. It's true word, but let me think. It's a hard question. Which sectors are unfunded from your opinion in Kazakhstan in Central Asia?
I think like many industries and sectors are underfunded in our region. Like there is way to grow,
I
right?
agree. I
But
agree. I totally agree.
yeah, but the ones that have potential, as I said, like fintech is really good, like in developing
Mhm.
quite rapidly, and like in terms of Kazakhstan, because of our geolocation, I think like agriculture technologies, logistic technologies, maybe e-commerce things, like do have potential of growth.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I agree. In emerging markets, I guess all sectors are unfunded. So it was the last question. Thank you for other questions. I will save it for the next guest. Yasan, really thank you for the attendance. It's ready for very first podcast of our community and the Better Future Talks. Thank you for being here. See you in Kazakhstan or in Turkey, anywhere in the world for the startup ecosystem. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you very much, Yagis. I'm honored to be your first guest at your podcast. I hope it went well.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, for your questions. Hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you, man. See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.